What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another sort of Convallaria video. That's right, guys. Get used to that saying. It's not always of us soul leveling a rise. We got another game to cover, and I'm having such a damn blast. So I want to do a brand new beginner's guide for you guys, so you understand what to be going for, what to do in terms of summoning, currency, what you should be focusing on, etc. Right? There's a lot that this game has to offer, and there are certain things you do want to focus on before you go any further in the game. Or you can just focus on the storyline and continue going as far as you want and then focus on these things later. But these are very important things to help you out to advance your account. My account personally is free to play. I'm not going to be spending a penny on this game for now. I may eventually make a free-to-play account, a pay-to-win account just to do more testing, but I'm having a damn good time right now. So let's talk about some of the major things you need to know about. Let's start off with summoning. Very, very simple thing, okay? So the summoning system gives you a couple different banners you can go for, okay? I want to go over these banners because these are very important. I think you guys should focus on some of these more than others. So the first one I would suggest is if you are re-rolling, obviously either go for the debut or the destined, depending what you want to go for. Gloria is the #1 character most people are going for because of the fact that she is the best support currently in the game, plus a offhand DPS if you want to make her that. Or a lot of people are going for destined if they want Cole for DPS and Barrel for DPS, okay? Once you have gotten one of these ones out of the way, everyone should be focusing on the guaranteed first summons. All right, and the reason why this is important is because you are guaranteed a legendary character after 30 summons. You don't have to do the full 30 to hit the pity, but once you do 30, you are guaranteed one of these characters. You guys can see the details of who is available for you. Now, I personally got myself Faisal here. Wasn't happy about that, not in the beginner one, but I got it in my original summons under destined. So I'm hoping I don't get another dupe. I really would like an Anna or a Barrel, but we'll see what happens. But yes, you should be 100% getting this guaranteed one out of the way and then going back to whatever other summons you want to go for. You can avoid the standard weapon one, guys. A lot of people were asking me if they should summon on weapons you'll get throughout the game, just farming, etc. Right now, remember, once you do unlock your characters, you are able to farm the shards eventually for these characters. Unfortunately, legendary characters, if you are not summoning for them and you have bad luck, it can take you up to 1,000 days. That's right, I said 1,000 days to get yourself a maxed out legendary character. So you do want to obviously summon for the ones you're going for and try to dupe them whenever you possibly can. But if you're free to play, that's something you don't want to necessarily do. Dupes are not a major part of this game right now, so don't focus on dupes. Focus on getting yourself new characters and achieving what you need to achieve in order to get further into the game, okay? Here's another one. For you people who are playing this game and have never done gachas, your actual stamina is super important. You guys can tell here, stamina is something that goes very quickly in this game. You guys can see I have 29 out of 240. You can purchase more stamina using your Luxite, which you don't want to do, obviously, because that's not worth it. Right there, you guys can see there's a daily limit. You actually want to use the endurance potions to do that. Now, it gives you 100 of these. You can go 200, 300. You can overcap, so don't overcap because then you're not getting any more stamina. Try to stay below the 240 if you can and let it naturally regenerate over time. It does take a long time, but with that being said, there are the opportunities for you to get your quest section here and log in during these hours. So 16 p.m. I think the other one was 8 p.m. I'm sorry, 8 a.m. and then so that'll give you 60. I think you can do 3 times here. So make sure you are logging in, set a timer, do whatever you need, put notifications on, and get yourself these stamina pots whenever they're available, because I promise you guys, this will make the difference between your account being good versus your account lagging behind. If you don't care and you're playing casually, don't worry about this. It won't matter, right? But if you are looking to optimize and you do want to take full advantage of the stamina system, you have to do these kind of things, especially if you're a free-to-play player. Even pay to win, there is a limit to how much you can actually regenerate anyways, right? Achievements. Look through the achievements. There are a lot of easy ones to get done right away. So for example, when you are summoning, right, you're going to have the option to get yourself a lot of dupes for common characters. There are a lot of achievements to get yourself common character duplication. So make sure you are going through every character and just start leveling them up. Okay, very simple stuff, and this will actually net you a lot of Luxite along the way. So there's many different ways to get yourself currency to summon as a free-to-play player, especially early on. That will obviously change as it goes on, but make sure you are going through it. There's also an event tab here that everybody should be focusing on. Okay, there's here this Verter Delight event, which you can do simply by doing quests, which will give you daily Luxite, as well as some wish coupons. I think these are daily. I could be wrong, actually. Let me double check here. Before I say that, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it's daily. Within each round, the coupon, I'm positive this is daily. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is daily, guys. So there's another way here. If you are pay to win, you can obviously buy some of these tickets using Luxite. I don't recommend it, obviously, for free to play players. Don't use your Luxite for this. But the 150 faith is available as well too. But that's just normal, right? That's the normal shop amount. Make sure you are going through all of these guys and completing them. Like, look, level 20 will give you another summon. Level 30 will give you another summon. Sail on Voyager. This is just login stuff. Dawn. These are, I believe, little events you can do. There's a quest list right here you guys can follow, and this quest list will allow you guys to get a lot of different Luxite, different resources, and an opportunity to get yourself some extra summons along the way with some really, really nice weapons. So make sure you are following this as well, like a 2,500 Luxite, right, which will give you a lot of summons. Tower of Quest will also be something that's available eventually at 211, and then you can obviously do the official communities. Now, once you have re-rolled and you want to bind your account, go down to event and bind your account here. It'll give you 100 Luxite, plus you get to finally bind and play however you want once your account is set, okay? That's the best way to do it. So make sure you are following the event tab. It is super, super important to do that. Also, the shop here has a couple of free different things you can buy. So make sure daily when you're logging in, you are buying. Everything else here is going to be pay to win, so don't worry about that stuff. But there are a couple different things here that you can exchange for, etc., using Luxite. But again, it's really not worth it in my opinion. Hold on to your Luxite for your summons for now and go from there. Okay, so characters. I want to talk a little bit about characters. There's a couple SR characters that you absolutely actually want to level up as free-to-play players. So first off, the Crimson Falcon. You guys can see here I have a 4-star Crimson Falcon already. This character is badass. Like, I'm talking about, like, super badass. If you are attacking from behind in the rear to any enemy, number one, has the biggest movements out of any SR character, so you can pretty much like map the entire field almost. Not only that, but when you kill somebody, you can also move again to another 3 more tiles, so you can do a lot of hit and rolls. This character, it should be 100% on your team, and not only that, but you also get some fairly early gear on them, right? And speaking of gear, make sure you are looking at the gear skills and putting them on the right people. So for example, they gave this one to my tank originally, but I took it off the tank and put it on my assassin. Makes more sense that way, right? So make sure you are focusing on that. Like, look, this should be swapped out as well right there, and this should be right here, Mathia right here. We have that one on instead, right? So look at the gear before you do it. Now, a couple other SR characters that I really do like. The Night Raven is fantastic for going with long range DPS, because this skill right here can actually hit so many different units at once. So if you're looking for a very good DPS AoE unit, highly recommend the Night Raven, especially if you are going to be using free-to-play accounts. You're going to want to use your epics. And also the Candlelight, not a bad character, because the Candlelight actually allows you to not only DPS at long range, but also allows you to heal the character as well too, based on their magic attack. So those 2 units have been really, really good so far for me. Also, don't sleep on this rare here. This rare has actually been really good. I'm going to start using it more often. But you can see here the Veldarian Scout. Gain jump and climb exactly like the other unit, the Falcon. Before attacking, if the starting tile and target tile have a height difference more than 2, the crit is increased by 25%. So you can take advantage of these characters, and they do quite well, to be quite honest with you. So these are the kind of characters that I want to test and want to play with, because I feel like a lot of people are going to ignore them. So don't sleep on a lot of these characters, guys. There are some very, very good elite, very good rares, and again, I will be covering those right away. Also, if you're a free-to-play player, make sure you are doing the Voyage momento here, because this here will actually give you guys more summons to help you boost. So this is phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, etc., right? So these here are going to be quests that you'll have to complete along the way. You guys can see here, and that boosts you to 611 right there. This one here, for example, clear all the trials to level 10. This one here is clear, like, for example, clear a stage 15 trial. So if you go here, right, and let's just say I want to do a stage 15 trial right there, you have to unlock it at stage 15. But once you clear it, you're going to be able to get yourself that extra bonus, and that'll go towards your phase 1, and you want to continue going through these phases as much as you possibly can. So don't ignore this. This is going to be a big part of your growth and a great way to boost your account, okay? So these are all going to be things you can collect as you play the game. Do not sleep on this. They're huge rewards and things you want to definitely do, all right? Now, another part here, when we go into the Voyage, Spiral of Destinies, make sure you are actually doing these. The more knowledge you have here, the more you boost your Voyage map, the more of this you do, the more rewards you're going to get. So remember, there are dispatch missions. Don't sleep on those. Make sure you are collecting the rewards. Make sure you're doing the hunts. everything that involves with this you should be doing. Also try to maintain stability in your town, etc. Right? So there's a lot here that you can do. You can ignore this for a little while, but eventually you will want to come back and get these done. But for example, look, if I go next week, right? This is gonna be the next week now, week 2, I should have a dispatch already completed, and you should have more things available to you. You can see right there, just completed right there, right? And this is what you get. You get EXP, plus you get some rewards along the way. Don't neglect this. This is a big part of the game. It is a big part of the story. It's probably the most amount of content you're going to get out of this game as well too. So don't ignore this, guys. This is big. I know everyone's going to do the Fool's Journey, which is obviously where you're going to get a lot of your rewards, and it's obviously the easiest and more organized section, but this is also a very big part of it and has a lot of story to cover, and you will unlock different features and trainings and different units, and you get to learn more about the world itself. So this is one of the best ways to do it. Now, one of the fastest ways to level up is obviously doing your dailies, doing your weekly, so make sure you are working on getting those out of the way, and also don't worry about getting your 3 stars right away if you can't. Okay, if you're having a hard time getting your 3 stars, always go back after you power up a little bit and get the 3 stars after the fact. All right, so those are things you want to do, and always do your side quests. Always do your side quests. They're super important. Okay, and the reason why they're super important is because they will give you guys gear, resources, and help you with your account growth. Don't ignore those. Those are one of the big ones you can go back to eventually if you want. But I suggest if you can do them right away, get them done, and then you can focus on the main story after the fact, because the side quests will actually give you quite a bit that you guys can use to, again, develop your account faster, okay? And then lastly, just play the game at your pace. Enjoy the game. I love this game. So far, I've been having an absolute blast. The voice acting, the storyline, all the characters, the environment. Speaking of environment, use environment to your advantage, right? Height makes a big difference. Using explosive barrels, boulders, hitting enemies off ledges, all that stuff makes a massive difference. Look at different strategies, look at different ways to approach the game. Look at your units, make sure you have some diversity in your units. You want a good amount of range units mixed with a good amount of like melee DPS to soak in damage, some defenders, and obviously you want a healer here and there to support you. So all of these things will make a big difference in your growth as a gamer, especially for this game. So again, please guys, don't neglect these things. These are all very important. And again, enjoy the game at your pace. That's the best piece of advice I can give you. There's so much good in this game that I can't see anybody really doing anything wrong. The biggest issue I think they have right now, in my opinion, is the fact that you can't reset skills, and that right there is probably the biggest downfall this game has, is the fact that they don't allow you to reset skills once you've used them, and that of course can cause a fairly big issue. So just be careful with that one, and we'll talk more about skills and arcades later on when we have a chance. But for now, I just want to get this out for you guys so you have the understanding of the game and how it works, and things you should focus on, and things that will help you guys progress through the game. All right guys, this is Payne again. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.